a yacht might be in the list of things.
And I'm going on his yacht.
I give quite a bit of what I can to feeding children.
Many from Nevada, where the game is not played, driving across the border to buy their tickets here. Sea lions up and down the California coast infected with a deadly bacteria.
You know, it may be that within the population they haven't built up that immunity. And that may be why we see this cyclical outbreak every 3 to 5 years.
Julie O'Hearn with the Marine Mammal Center in Monterey Bay. Jeff Scott, California News.
A few fans believe pro hockey looked a little bland last season. The good news, it's about to change.
It's this week's Geico Sports Now.
Things are going to look a lot more interesting this year. It's mostly due to a new league uniform maker, one that is bringing back alternate uniforms, or as the league likes to call them, third jerseys. About half of the teams have introduced them, with several more expected to follow. The net effect it should make for a much more visually interesting scene than last season.
Geico could assist you in saving lots of money on your car insurance. Simply go to geico.com for more information.
A good night's sleep starts with the right pillow. That's where MyPillow comes in, and we're excited to announce the new 4-pack special. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 4-pack special tab, and save 50% off the 4-pack, which includes 2 MyPillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. Call 1-800-266-4719. That's 1-800-266-4719. Take advantage of this limited time offer. Go to MyPillow.com now, click on the 4-pack special tab, and use promo code COMFORT at checkout.
KCAA, where every day is a great day.
The doctor is in. Welcome to the Psychic Love Doctor Show with host Deborah Lee. Deborah has been practicing, teaching, and perfecting the personal prophecy card reading method for 20 plus years. This life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. This inspiring show will help you never feel helpless in life or love ever again. Now, here's your host, Deborah Lee.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Psychic Love Doctor Show. We are so excited to be here with you. I am Deborah Lee. I am the only living subject matter expert for this particular method of reading nothing but ordinary, well, poker cards, playing cards, right. It's a method my grandmother taught me in 1982. There is nothing I've been able to find written about this method. So when we give you readings during the show, you will be receiving them from this empowering, dynamic, and extremely life-changing method. And I'd like to introduce my darling co-host, Lauren, is here.
Hello.
And those of you who are regulars, you know that she's pretty funny and cute, and we love having her.
I do my best.
And we have Camera Boy. He is running our technology, and he better do a good job, doggone it.
That's right.
So we were talking before the show started about one of the things that can really affect relationships is sleep deprivation or insomnia, in general.
Yes.
So please get ready. Call us. We're going to talk about a couple things, but we will watch for your calls coming through, and we will get to you for a reading.
And the telephone number for you to call us is 909-792-5222, and we would love to hear from you. So, Deb, do you have any tricks how to fall asleep?
I've always had a lot of trouble sleeping. I have a mind that thinks when it's time to rest for the night, it turns into a jet engine, and I wish that it would just be a biplane so I could relax. And I have a lot of trouble. It's like every kind of thought comes in to play when it's time to get some shut-eye.
Absolutely.
But yes, I do have a trick that I often use.
Okay.
My trick is that I will create incredibly hilarious scenarios for myself and I usually only takes 3.
Okay.
My favorite one is going to court for a big case and I'm wearing a ball gown, or I'm a bride going to court.
Okay.
And it's another one is I run around say a major we'd say like a business district dressed as a really scary clown, and jump out and see how many men I can frighten with my...
Oh my gosh.
Because men are just as afraid of clowns as a lot of children.
And this
women
relaxes you.
You know, it does in a most perverse kind of way. And the third one is I love to get on a magic carpet and I fly over where we are broadcasting from in Virginia Beach. I fly over the ocean, the Navy.
Okay.
We're home to the largest naval base in the world, and I just will hover around and it'll put you to sleep.
The last one I can see. I don't know about scaring people as a clown. I think that would be the last thing to put me to sleep. But to each their own.
You have a fascinating way of relaxing.
I have wanted to talk about this for a while, but it's a trend. It's taking over YouTube, and people are kind of in a debate. People who like it, love it, and then people who think it's really strange just think it's strange. But it's called ASMR, and I'm crossing my fingers that we can get one of the major ASMR host to kind of guest star on the show with us sometime in the future.
Well, tell us what AMSR means.
Yes. So it means, and it's a mouthful, it's Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. So basically, if you've ever been at the hairdressers and like you kind of that sound like when someone's playing with hair, or have you ever heard a sound and it kind of like gave you this kind of tingly feeling, like it's like relaxing but kind of almost like getting goosebumps or something, or like, but it's very relaxing, and the personal tension from that.
I tried this before we went on the air, and to tell you the truth, I could have fallen asleep in just a couple of minutes. She put the headphones on me, and I was listening to some guy. What are those things called? A scrunchie or a...
Yeah, they'll like anything. You have like a hairbrush, like the sound of like nails off of a hairbrush, or even just like they'll tear paper. Listeners, hopefully you heard that. Even the quiet sound of like the paper tearing, and it is crazy.
It does have a relaxing quality to it.
It ranges. People have their own, like, it's basically kind of like how you would have certain fetishes in a way, and it's not fetishy though. Now there is another side to it. It's not funny, okay? It's helpful, but it ranges from like just the sounds, like I mentioned. There's also role play ASMR, Deb. Sometimes
but not a fetish.
It's not a fetish.
When are we role playing?
Sometimes it's it sounds very fetishy, okay? But sometimes you're going to the doctor, okay? Or sometimes you're getting an ear. Okay, I'm gonna share with you, listeners. I love the ear cleanings, okay? I love them. I've always loved Q-tips, okay? I just like the scent. I like having a nice clean ear, but it's very relaxing. Have you like cleaning your ears?
Yeah, it really doesn't do anything for me.
It doesn't do anything for me, but I find the sound. So when I like the ear cleaning ones. Listen, okay, this can help. Actually, there have been studies that have said that these ASMR videos, listening to ASMR, can actually reduce depression, insomnia, stress. There's also potential, I was an education major and a special ed minor, even for like special needs children who want that special attention. Sometimes people don't, like with children who have autism, where they have a hard time connecting with people. These videos, some of them are even personal attention videos. I don't know. I love it.
Well, I think it's worth exploring. Now you've got me wondering if they have the bubble wrap popping.
Yes, they have it. You can look up anything. You can look up bubble wrap ASMR, and you will find it. There's sounds, now that I watch these videos, even like the sound of like ornaments coming out of boxes, and I think I've been like this my whole life. I think I've loved sounds, or logs on a fireplace, when you hear it crinkle, or crackle. I guess logs don't crinkle, they crackle. But the sound of that, isn't that relaxing?
Well, yes, but I never thought of it as being, a relaxation aid in a meditation. So for those out there who really can't stand the guided meditations, they tend to make me a little nervous too, especially if they move too slow. sometimes you don't want to hear a human voice, but you just want more than music. This sounds like an awesome way to go.
There's a range, and if you do want to hear, there's ASMR with no talking, then there's ASMR with a lot of talking. But they sound really breathy when they do it. They like whisper, so it's like someone whispering to you.
Do they?
They do.
Do they?
Like I just picture like Jared Leto is whispering to me on a beach, and it's very relaxing, and it helps me go to sleep.
Sounds wonderful. And didn't you say they have more erotic ones also?
There are more erotic ones. Not that I know too much about these, but there are like ear sounds. Like it'll sound like someone's like kissing your ear or like kissing you in general. There's also ASMR where people are like eating things. So there's maybe some ASMR where people are just eating popsicles.
Oh.
And
I
things
don't
of that
know why
nature.
we want to be listening to that. Do you, Josh?
I don't know that.
Someone slurping on
a popsicle. No.
Somebody better call in here quick. The number is 909-792-5222. Please call us and rescue us. That is interesting, though, and there are other ways. Some people say only reserve your bedroom for sleeping or sex. No television, no computers, because then your mind, your body, it will all be acclimated when you do in that bedroom.
Well, I was just thinking about that too. Actually, my current boyfriend.
Current is not really a very stable sounding word, but go ahead.
My insignificant other. Well, he actually gets kind of like jealous of my ASMR now. I've been listening to it for about a month, but he's just like, what are you doing? Because I lay down with the headphones. Now, but here's the thing. Before this, we're two different people. Some people like TV, some people don't. And because I do have so much trouble sleeping, I have to turn the TV off. I need to have the lights all the way off before I can go to sleep. And he wants to have the TV on, and he wants to have
and he's
like,
probably
the light on.
not even watching it.
He's
maybe
not.
Listening to it and trying to wind down. But that can be aggravating when you're a person that needs absolute quiet.
Well, he not only is he not listening to it, but he does fall asleep before me. So basically, I just have to count down till he actually falls asleep, and then you turn it off. I turn it off.
Maybe the TV's his ASMR.
Maybe the TV is his ASMR, but who's more important here? Goodness gracious, he doesn't help with a radio show. He's just a regular person.
Oh, thank goodness Darlene is here. Thank goodness, from San Bernardino, California.
Hello, Darlene. How can we help you today?
Hi. It's actually my first time even attempting to call. I never could find a number, but I was interested in knowing if you had anything on me getting a mate or falling in love or anything like that. I'm hopeful, but I just don't have any prospects right now.
Okay. And what was the first part of
getting married or falling in love or finding someone? So before she goes in, well, she's going into the cards anyway. I always have questions while she's doing this. But do you have any prospects? Like, is there anybody you know currently that you'd be interested in, or you have no current interest at the moment?
Really none at the moment. A couple of old love interests, but nothing really sparking. Sometimes we talk or whatever, but not I don't know.
I've got to tell you, Darlene, this is a period whenever this happens in our lives where it seems there's no prospects. This is actually a stage where we are preparing for our own future. Now, of course, there'll be some out there that will roll their eyes and think, oh, here we go with all that metaphysical, mystical, woo-woo stuff. But in reality, it's actually true. If we are willing to just get through the period, work on ourselves, evolve, realize what you truly want in that partner, you're going to find yourself inadvertently manifesting that individual who is going to literally come walking into your life. So it's those who think no one is coming. Now, those are the ones that are literally telling the universe in general, I just love being lonely. I love my misery, and that's what you will get back. The universe will say, oh, you enjoy this so much? Well, here's some more. So if you're saying that you're hopeful, that I feel is a key. Hope is truly what we all need to feel in terms of finding love, happiness, success, health, you name it. So in your case, now I am laying out your cards. I am not using just a 1, 2, or 3 card quickie pull. I am going for the whole layout, which is 24 cards, and that way then I'm able to really get a good look at what's going on in your life. What I'm perceiving right off the top is that this should be a time when you focus on your work or your career, what your pursuit is in a professional sense. The cards are saying that you have some real opportunities ahead for you, but turn yourself a little more in their direction so you can be receptive. Does this resonate at all with you, that maybe it's a time for getting ahead with your career?
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go. The fact that it resonates is saying that this is something really important and worthwhile for you to do. And now it's like one step follows another, one door opens and another will as well, and there always seems to be a reason once you look back in retrospect on what the path was all about. For you, the path is for you to concentrate on your career, and through that is coming the most fabulous new love for you, not from the past. This is from the future. And I'll tell you, it's going to be the most amazing soulmate type of connection for you. What, you know, the type of the qualities that you've wanted in those that you have been involved with, you're going to find all in one person, the ones that have been missing in the others.
Yeah. I was going to add a little bit, and something I've been thinking about, but when you end up with the wrong person because, you know, we're overly eager and we just want to find something, the people that we're with tend to label us also because they have their own ideas about who you are. So in a way, your significant other or your insignificant other can really kind of start to define you, or they feel like they can define you. So it's really important to take moments like these when you're single and you can, to really grow and define yourself before, so you can end up with the right person and not get stuck in this rut where someone's like, this is how you are, you know, maybe if you're sloppy you can take the time to become neater, or if you're not healthy you can, you know, so that the person you're with, if you end up with the wrong person when you're not there, isn't going to be like, oh, well, you know, you're messy or you're this way.
Well, too many people are so desperate to have somebody that they will clutch at just anyone that comes along. Darlene, you've clearly proven that you're not going to do this. If you have in the past, those days are behind you. Now the right one's really going to have to prove their worthiness of you. And you have great worth, great promise, and great potential for the future, which I think has been squandered on a lot of the wrong partners. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you are now on the point of some major change for yourself. And Lauren spoke a mouthful here. Yes, focus on you bettering yourself. Remember, that puts you in the position of becoming ready for the right one for you. And also, that one is out there getting ready as well for you. And the time will... your paths will intersect when the time is exactly right. I feel it's coming very quickly in 2019. I feel that you are going to really boost yourself professionally. And like I said, through that work, there is going to come your true mate. And I think you're going to be one of the lucky ones. We talked about this a little during our last show. Some people are so fortunate that they have the awareness right in that first meeting. oh my goodness, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to marry. And I do perceive that there will be a whirlwind romance with this individual for you and that you will marry. Well, I'm seeing the possibility of a beautiful winter wedding. You know, beautiful.
Yes,
so
I like a nice winter wedding.
So there you go. Now what you can do is take this insight. It raises your personal vibration to know that these wonderful things are out there and coming for you. Just keep on hoping and manifest them. You know, one of my sons stopped by today. He's been in the Navy for 12 years, and we got talking about these card readings, and he said, you know, Mom, I'm really starting to think that those cards make things happen. He said, maybe sometimes we don't even have to do the work. And I've been pondering that, because there are times that really amazing things have transpired that were first perceived in the cards, and my mind is even blown. So I have a lot of faith for you, Darlene, and just remember, we love to come to weddings, don't we?
Yes,
especially when we perceive them in the cards. So I hope this reading has helped you today.
Yes, it has.
Oh, great. And please stay in touch. We'll give you another reading, and we'll see how closer the two of you are becoming.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for calling us. You hopefully broke the ice for everyone else.
Yep, and that number again to call is 909-792-5222. And before we get to more callers, we'll pause for a station ID.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292FQ Riverside, and K293CF Moreno Valley.
So here we are back. We just spoke to Darlene from San Bernardino, and we'd love to hear from the rest of you. Please let us know how your Friday's going, what your question is. Are you preparing for, say, a first date? Maybe even a blind date. These readings can give you such tremendous insight on what to expect.
Absolutely.
When you know what to expect, well, then it makes it possible for you to either lower your expectation, raise your expectation, or in many situations, improve the situation in general.
I definitely agree. And I think it's good. I think sometimes we discourage ourselves too, especially in terms of not only like love, but I think like career-wise, and especially for creative people, like, you know, I've been working on a book, or, you know, other people. So I think your cards are a great way that where someone's like, well, it probably won't work out, you know, it's no good. And then you do the card readings and, you know, you can inspire somebody, say, you know what, these cards say that if you continue with this thing, then, you know, you'll be successful. And I think that can be really helpful to someone who's maybe, you know, thinking about quitting doing something.
I agree. And to be very honest with you, I do not consider this a gift. I consider this a skill. We are all intuitive beings. We all have the ability to perceive future events, to get a good grip on what makes other people tick. These cards to me are simply tools, but it's my own intuitiveness. It's yours, Lauren, the rest of you out there. And this is one reason I've never worked well with other psychic people in the business. They prefer and insist on referring to it as a gift.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also, let's remember that playing card readings have been the main scamming tool of, say, fortune tellers and gypsies over time. So, in essence, I've been fighting a huge, what would you call it?
Stigma.
It's, yeah, in terms of my work. And I'm also out here in Virginia Beach, which is part of the Bible Belt. So there's a little bit of that going on, too.
Yes. I want to talk about that more after we talk to Mark from San Bernardino.
Not Mark. Hello.
Hi, you girls. How you doing this evening?
Well, we're doing better. We just heard from you.
How are you doing?
Oh, still dealing with the, how would you say, medical issues, and had to reschedule stuff, and it seems like everything is clumping up. right around the end of the month and beginning of next month. So hopefully I get some solid answers.
Did you find someone to escort you to these appointments?
Matter of fact, I did. I found out that one of my neighbors is a senior caregiver, and unfortunately, one of her clients had passed away, and she hasn't got a new client yet. So I'm going to hire her for the 2 days, and it just seems to be right. She's out of work, and I need somebody, and she said she had no problem waiting around for the surgery or for the take me back on the follow-up.
Yep, that sounds perfect.
Is she attractive, Mark?
Oh, no, she's married. She's married. Matter of fact, I know her husband and her for quite a while, off and on, because my next-door neighbors were actually cousins to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was really funny because even their uncle and aunts used to live up in the neighborhood, and I popped in and they just sort of took me underneath their wing.
Aww.
All
And,
right. Well,
that's wonderful.
If she is attractive, you just stay in your lane, Mark. I'm just kidding.
Oh no! I'm not a trifler or anything like that. So
no, don't be a trifler.
He's got a lot of high integrity.
I know. Mark sounds very nice. I'm just kidding. All right.
Well,
so what do we have in store for Mark now?
Still a bit of a wait pertaining to love on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So your cards. Go ahead.
Lauren, the redhead still.
Yes, but you have to exercise patience. And it's a funny thing. I often say this in reference to the higher power, God, source, spirit, however you want to refer to that which is greater than us all. I think sometimes they have quite a sense of humor in the sense of they want us to reach that certain point. Think of like a temperature dial. And they're not going to budge and give us what we are hoping and dreaming of until, in terms of patience or faith, we reach, say, the 150 mark or 180, whatever has been preordained by the higher power. And that means, oh my goodness, we have to just be patient.
I don't like being patient, Deborah.
I don't either. But
see, there's a lot of things, because there's a lot of folks believe in reincarnation and that our spirits, our consciousness goes beyond this human body that we have right now. So we sort of gravitate to the people that we like, we love, whether we're, tall one lifetime or short the next. It doesn't really matter.
And these can be the spirit of those who have shared a previous life with us. I'm not real certain yet about the whole reincarnation thing. I've been able to do mediumship with the cards where we can contact and connect with a spirit on the other side, but whether we act, I don't know if anybody can actually say.
Now, what if we get reincarnated into different things? Like, what if, one life we're a dog, the next life we're a person? What if my soulmate accidentally got reincarnated into, and it's like an ant right now?
I really don't know that can happen, Lauren. I think
my soulmate might be at the wrong thing right now. It's like a beetle walking around, and it's my soulmate.
Like the higher spirit always gives us what we need. Maybe
I
not
agree.
what we want, but we always learn something from each lifetime, and we carry that with us. Now,
do you think we are only human? Like, do you think if you're a human right now, then you're a human in the next life?
No,
I'm just throwing this out there, Mark.
It matters what lessons need to be learned.
Okay.
Maybe you focus on seeing a hawk or eagle fly, and you say, "Gee, that's sort of beautiful. I wish I knew what that was like." Maybe next time you will be hopefully not a turkey, but maybe something that's going through there, But anywho,
I think I could benefit from learning how to scavenge. That could be a good life skill for the next life. No.
Scavenge?
Yeah, scavengers, like what I thought would go with the eagle, like, you know.
How about a turkey vulture?
That would be a good one, too. I wonder if that would be great, like what were we reincarnated as in the last life?
They are.
Well, I have to tell you, Mark, I'm looking further into your cards. Now, you're going to have to give yourself enough recovery time from your procedure that's coming up. You don't want to try to do too much too soon. Now, I know inside we all think we're 25 and we're bulletproof, but you're going to need, your cards are telling me you need a little extra healing time, okay?
Yep, I'm time and gravity has taken hold of me and ain't shaking loose. So,
well, I'm glad you're willing to listen to the you know, like the reasonableness, the sensibility of not getting too quick to be jumping on trampolines and, you know, running around like crazy. You don't want to take it easy, because I would not like to see you have to have a follow-up procedure because you've caused some, you know.
Yes, wait 6 to 8 weeks before you hop on your next trampoline.
Yes.
Yeah. Now your ASMR also sounds like sort of like erogenous zones that people possess.
It's things that like sounds like you connect with, and some of them can, and it's not really like, it's not erotic. It's just like the sense of like I think it's just the weird shivery.
Erogenous and erotic is two different ways. It's like
I have watched Lauren do hair in a salon, and it does have a rather seductive quality to it. Where you feel like you are being relaxed, not so much seduced, but relaxed by watching her, how she, the way she combs and brushes and cuts.
Yes, it's relaxing.
It's as if your hands are making love to that head of hair.
Well, and I think it's the personal attention aspect of it. We have an audience here.
Pampered.
What was that?
I said, who doesn't like to be pampered?
Exactly, and that's what's been brought up. I've actually read articles because I've wanted to do shows about ASMR because I find it so interesting. I think for our reader, or not our readers, but our listeners, I think a lot of people looking for love or people stressed out about their careers, and I think that ASMR is a great way for a lot of us who suffer with anxiety or depression or any of those things, that it's really a great way to relax. And depending on what you want, like maybe you haven't had a quote-unquote roll in the hay in a while, maybe one of those more erotic ASMR videos, and not thinking of it in a dirty way, but maybe that idea of hearing the personal attention, maybe like for lonely people, I think that could actually be very relaxing.
That they hear the sounds that they would equate with.
Yeah. Now let me ask you.
Yeah, okay. So a less like, it's not really perverse, but there's like a video, and the man is just, and I can't listen to it because for me it's too cheesy, but I can see it being beneficial to some. But he'll say things like, he'll whisper and say, did anyone tell you today that you're beautiful? And I kind of like giggle and think like that's ridiculous, but somebody might need to hear that who hasn't heard that. And that's part of what I do hairdressing too. And I think sometimes now that I've watched these ASMR videos, I think sometimes I'm too loud. Like I'm like, what if someone comes in and they just want to be like relaxed and like, because there's other stylists who are like, hello, how would you like to cut your hair today? And I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I'm loud.
Do you play any music in your salon?
Yes.
Do you ever think about putting in a subliminal music or suggestions in the audio there?
Oh, I would love to. Did you ask me if I own it?
No,
I don't. I don't own it, so we're forced to suffer with whatever the powers that be put in. It's not bad lately, but I would love to do. I've actually. I did run a salon for 3 years, and you actually reminded me, I want to do it again. It goes into a different category, but I used to put vanilla through vanilla air fresheners, and the scent of vanilla, if you go into department stores, they put it through because the scent of vanilla is supposed to make people purchase more. But I shouldn't say that.
So it's subliminal advertising.
Well, I think it puts people in this feel-good thing, and they're more indulgent with their purchasing. So, which is
okay, Mark. I'd like to get back to you on your reading a little bit. Okay, and tell you that I am seeing that this woman is getting closer and closer to you. She is still on the path to coming to you. Now, sometimes, remember, when I give readings, all I can really do is tell you the potential for an event to occur within your life path. But the thing is, others can make different decisions. Like this woman could say, you know, I'm tired of waiting for the right man, so I think I'll just maybe join a convent, or I will just become celibate, or you know what I mean? Or she could become a lesbian just because she's tired of trying to deal with men.
Or maybe she's a floozy and she's going out with a string of the wrong men. Hopefully not, Mark. We're not rooting for that.
We're not seeing that. I am seeing that she's just as committed to finding you. Now, the ironic upshot here is the previous woman, I remember you told us about her. Remember the last one that kind of broke your heart?
Yes.
She is going to be so inflamed with jealousy. The green-eyed monster is all over her.
I bet. I have a sense. I can sense it.
She may not want you, but she doesn't want anybody else to have you either. So there you go. That's part of the whole... is it a male thing too, camera boy?
Absolutely.
Is it? Where you don't want her, but nobody else better get in there.
Oh, boy. It's a people thing. Just don't end up as a Lifetime movie, Mark.
Yeah. Curiosity question, Deborah Lee.
Yes.
Do you ever take a quick photo, a snap of the cards, and like put a name on them so you can see have a historical data of what card showed up for the person?
Oh, that's really interesting.
That's a good idea.
That is an excellent idea. Now, for you, I can give you, and this goes out to everyone, if you, and this has worked quite well in the past, if you want to get yourself a brand new deck of playing cards, this way it doesn't have any energy from playing games with it or gambling. You know, some people buy old casino cards. You want a fresh deck. And what you want to do is pull out the 2 of hearts, the 9 of hearts, and the 10 of hearts. And what I tell people often to do is tape these to, say, your bathroom mirror or a place where you're going to see it all the time. And for women, it's often the bathroom mirror. What this is going to be are the 3 cards that you manifest your through. You're going to use the 2 of hearts as the card of all hopes, wishes, and dreams. It's having yourself to realize your full potential. It's like everything you ever wanted to be. Then you put the 10 of hearts, which is the card of true and lasting unconditional love. This is the love that, rises and sets simply due to true faith, true hope, and true commitment. And then the 9 of hearts is the card we're always looking for in readings. This is the card that is going to be, I'm trying to think of what would be a good word for it. The one that is bringing the results to us, let's put it that way. It's the card that is saying, this is what I hope for, this is what I dream of. And if you use those 3 cards and focus on that energy, the first one being happiness, self-fulfillment, true hope, wishes, and dreams, everything that you truly want, and then you have your 10 of hearts, which is everlasting love, and the 9 of hearts, you can really change your life.
I love it.
Now, when I teach people to read the cards, I do have them put names on the face cards, and we write all over the deck. But for your purpose, this could be a wonderful manifestation tool. I'm telling you, Mark, there is no doubt in my mind that the one right for you is on her way and will arrive. It's just a matter of time.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Seriously.
I love
And
you.
I can't
love
wait
you
to
both.
hear that. And we're going to say in unison, "We told you so."
I love it. I love you both, and I hope you have both a great weekend.
Oh, thank you. We love hearing from you.
And thank you for calling.
Thank you. And if we don't hear from you before, speedy recovery on the procedure that you're going for, and take it easy, all right?
Will do. I hope Daryl's doing well also.
Well, we'll discuss Daryl at another time, but I will pass your good wishes on to him, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, Mark. Good luck.
Bye-bye, love.
What a great guy, huh?
Yes, I love hearing from him.
Amen. You can call us. Do you have anything in the Facebook side of the...
Nothing tonight, but I'm sure we can drum somebody up here soon.
You know, there's a lot of things going on around the country, and some nights we just have very few actual callers.
Ooh, how about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and she's preggers.
Yes, how about that?
I'm excited. I want to see the cards. Can you do a card reading on, like, what their future looks like? How do you think, I wonder how the royal family really feels about her pregnancy, because you know about like the whole like heir to the throne and everything, and you know Prince William, and they've got their babies. Like I just want to know how much like animosity and like
good question,
juicy gossip. And also our phone number is 909-792-5222. Give us a call if you're listening. We can do a reading for you, and it won't just be me asking Deb questions that I just feel like asking because I'm here.
This is a good one.
I was never really obsessed with the royal family, but I do find it like very interesting. I find them interesting. I don't think of them on a day-to-day basis, but it's gotta be so weird just, going from, being in America and being an American actress even, and I wonder what their true thoughts of her are. I don't think that they like her as much. What do you say?
Well, they have been gracious to her. Now, some time ago, you might remember, I did a reading on them before that she married him, and I said that they were going to have some issues with the family, and this has even come out in the movies that have been done. I mean, remember, this is kind of raining on Kate's parade.
Yeah.
With her and her family, and I'll tell you, you're excuse me, you're exactly right. I do feel that the royals are really holding their frustration and negativity in check as much as possible, but this is not what they wanted for their Prince Harry. All right, and Meghan she's very empathic, and she has picked up a lot on this negativity herself. People are being nice. You know how people can be fakey nice?
Sure.
That's what they're being. And she is in, let's just say, such personal, private misery over having married that this baby is really going to change things up for her. This is going to make her not feel so lonely.
Aww.
They will accept her more as a result of, bringing another heir into the world.
Well, I was thinking before, I was like, their dad had gotten a divorce, so, it's something that had happened in the family, obviously, and in England's history. So I wonder if before the pregnancy, do you think that they were kind of like thinking like, oh, well, maybe this will blow over, maybe he'll divorce her and marry someone more respectful, but now there's a baby. So
well, Harry, my perception is that Harry has always been a bit of an upstart.
Yeah.
He's always pushing the envelope. Remember him playing, I don't know if it was strip pool or what it was in Las Vegas, but it's like, oh boy, there goes Harry again. And his marriage to her made a statement that we are not going to follow all those traditional archaic rules. And they have stepped out a bit on their own.
I like it. I like a little bit of the wildness. It's made me more interested in the family, honestly, than what I've ever been.
Well, because the dynamics are so... Well, and also, we're invested now. There's an American involved over there.
Now, since we don't have any callers coming up, going back in time with Princess Diana, I never understood why they wouldn't like her. And I feel like at the time, now there's more beautiful people. We have Kate and everything. There's more beautiful people coming into the family. My personal feeling is that she was very pretty, and they didn't like her because she was so, like, beautiful. I don't know. What do you think?
I have done readings on Diana, and to tell you the truth, I don't feel it was about her beauty.
Okay.
It was about her commonness. She was basically a minimum wage worker.
Wow.
And he had dated her sister previously. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to keep up on all these scandals there, Lauren.
Shut the front door.
Oh, boy, you scared me there for a minute. Yeah, it was mainly about that. And she, in her way, tried to be different, tried to... but back in the 80s, life was still very constricting for a lot of folks. I mean, even those of us who were adults during the 80s, there was still a lot of what is right and what is wrong, and this is appropriate and that is not.
I gotta tell you, the dating the sibling thing is not very appropriate and I had one of my best friends when I was 6 proposed marriage to me when we were 6, and then like 20 years later his brother like asked me out on a date, and I was like, I don't think so. Your brother proposed to me when we were 6. This is weird.
But he reneged on the proposal, so I think you were fair game.
Well, I think I didn't later. He wasn't such a good prospect. He was a great prospect in kindergarten, very adorable. And I'll just say he didn't grow into the cutest person in the whole world. The brother was cute, but I couldn't deal with it. We had a thing, the kindergarten, the marriage, and I just, that's weird.
Now, what about Justin Bieber?
What about Justin Bieber?
He's engaged. There's rumors he's married to Haley Baldwin, is it?
I've heard, yes.
Yeah, now that to me is... Well, I hate to be judgmental, but to me, I can't imagine him being in any wild state or shape ready for marriage.
I don't know. It could be one of these situations. You got to remember, his mom had him when she was a teenager, and I think that kind of jarred her into adulthood a little bit. Maybe, if they were to have a baby together, maybe that would help him also kind of, become a little bit more adulty?
Yeah.
Possibly?
Well, Josh, what have you got for us?
We got a couple people who are looking to come up with some questions to think about them right now, but they're going to have
All right, good. It's a slow night here for us, but that's all right. We enjoy those who will call in and those who are just enjoying listening.
I enjoy just asking you questions that I think of while callers. It's like I just get to have free calls, so
right,
that's fun for me. Yeah, and then here's the other one. Not just Justin Bieber. While we're talking about celebrities, the Ariana Grande, and I forgot what her. Do you know what her boyfriend's name was? Ariana Grande, the guy. He's a comedian. He's on SNL.
Wasn't she?
She was dating a rapper, and then they broke up, and then she dated this comedian, and they were, like, engaged.
And aren't they broken up?
And the rapper died about a month ago.
Oh, yes, yes.
Can you do the cards on their relationship? I'm very interested to see.
Aren't they broken up?
They're broken up, but I felt like they liked each other. I was laughing at them, but I think they had a connection. Will they get back together? That's what I want to do the cards on, Deb.
Okay,
I'm
just
very
for
fascinated.
you, Lauren. Just for you. Now,
Pete Davidson, thank you. Our friends from the radio looked him up for us. Pete Davidson, yes.
Thank you.
You know why I think there was a connection? Because he is not, in my opinion, my humble opinion, super attractive, and I feel like there was a real connection. There must have been.
But he's funny. And
He
if
is
you're
funny.
funny, you don't have to have looks. Remember
I never
that.
heard him be funny, though.
Oh, I thought he was hilarious on SNL.
Was he funny? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen him on there. Is he funny?
Pretty good.
He's good? All right. Apparently he's pretty good. Maybe I'm missing out on something. But I felt I was them.
Well, maybe you should continue to. The cards are saying that things are very much up in the air. There's a lot of heartbreak around this.
Aww.
And the future is still too nebulous right now, too many question marks. Think of it as a pregnant moment right now where the cards aren't committing either way, but they feel that they're, here's the thing, when there's a lot of grief around a situation, when there's heartbreak, that means there's a lot of feeling there. And there's a lot also I'm seeing that went on behind the scenes that we're never going to be privy to involved here. But a breakup can often make things better. It's like saying, whoa, we are on the wrong path here. The thing to do is you go your way, I'll go mine, and we'll see if how do they say it, the twain shall ever meet again?
Sure.
But that's what I'm getting for you, Lauren, that it's very much up in the air, but there is a lot of pain there. You got a question for me?
Yeah, we do. We have Sienna who'd like to just kind of know what's coming up in her life, what's on the near horizon.
Okay, for Sienna. Now remember, folks, when you give me a rather broad question, the cards are going to give you a rather broad response. But we will take a look, especially now as the year is winding down. This is when we start tying up loose ends. This is when we start looking and manifesting for the next year coming. And I believe 2019 is going to be really dynamic for us all.
Yay!
So let's give me a moment, and
I hope so.
I'm sure, my darling, you can speak for a minute or two while I look for Sienna.
Well, I'm hoping that 2019 will be dynamic. I'm hoping to be more dynamic as I've been listening to the ASMR, the regular kind, not the erotic kind, and I've been trying to go to bed early to bed and early to rise and all that jazz, and today is day 4. And I actually did notice, it was funny this morning, I had 2 of my regular clients this morning, and it's funny, normally they see me in the morning and I'm super tired, and I'm like, don't mind me this morning, I haven't had my coffee, and I actually this morning was like very peppy, and I hadn't had coffee.
You're about halfway there. Remember, 9 times makes a new habit.
Well, I am working on it. I've been getting up at 7, Deb, and having my toast and my orange juice like a great 90-year-old. And then I've been trying to stay alert, and I don't know. I'm hoping that 2019 will be the year that I might learn how to be a morning person.
Well, for Sienna, I am seeing the phrase of endings and new beginnings coming. I feel that there hasn't been a really great one for you, but if you can hold on, the new year's going to be even better. Now, in the, say, men department, men have been, as far as I am perceiving, they have been quite a disappointment to you. Now, you're going to clean the slate. I feel that as the year winds down, Sienna is going to take action. She's going to say to herself, you know what, I am tired of living half a life, half a happiness, half a love, half a satisfaction, and she's going to say, boom, and march into a whole new life for herself in a whole new year.
Well,
and
look at her.
That's the beauty of a new year, by the way, too. It's imagine after freshly fallen snow over a large field. It's pristine. It has not been stepped on. There's no deer out there peeing in it. Or we can't say pee. Urinating on the snow. And this is your future where you can step out and find your true path by making it. You don't have to walk in anybody else's footsteps. You don't have to accept what other people say you should do. No. And you know they mean well, but that doesn't mean that they're on the, money for you. So, Sienna, it's going to be a great year. I am feeling that there is a new friend coming into your life, someone that's going to first be presented to you as just a friend. And I have always advocated that friendship is the best foundation there is for marriage. And you will be marrying this dear, wonderful, beautiful friend. And through that friendship beginning is coming a lasting love. She's got great cards. And, negativity from the past, it's going bye-bye. So thank you for asking. I thought that was a really good, bit of inspiration for her. And I see we have Danielle now from Texas.
Hello, Danielle.
Hello.
Okay, we're going to have to move fast before the show is over. So can you tell me really quick, Danielle, what your question is?
My question is, I need help with my love life. My boyfriend, after 4 years, is wanting to split up.
Okay, Danielle, I'll tell you what. We only have like less than 2 minutes left. How about if you send me a message on that through Facebook, on our show page, if you're on Facebook, the Psychic Love Doctor show page, or through my email, Deborah@psychiclovedoctor.com, and I will get back to you with an answer. But we have to sign off now, and I'm sorry we ran so long, all right?
It's okay. What was your email again?
The Psychic Love Doctor show page. So if you go on Facebook, you can do a search, and you can find us there, and you can message Deb directly on there.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to all who listened in and joined us. Thank you so much. Thank you to Lauren. She's always a delight. Camera Boy, who has been fielding the questions from Facebook. And, of course, all of you. Without you, we don't have a show. So thank you so much. We'll see you next Friday. Same time, same place. Take care. Be well. And we love you. Bye-bye.